move off the building. It's my outfit. My messy hair. Get me. Look at the syrup there. For them to get anything easily. She makes us work for all of these stats.
This vlog is kind of like all over the place because I've had like clips here and there. Really, I just wanted this to be like a catch up with me because I've been MIA on all my social media for a while. Not technically on purpose for any reason, it just has happened and I've felt super overwhelmed. I've been in a lot of pain. There's been a lot of stuff going on with this pregnancy, at least at this stage of this pregnancy, and mentally, physically, all of those things. And I want, you know, to pick up the camera, I want to do all these things, but it just felt like every day it just was more and more. And then on top of that, my kids, I really feel like my youngest is feeding off of me. That's not really great because then he's getting worse. He's getting clingier and he is going through the worst terrible twos right now. Definitely the worst that we've had so far with all the other kids. You always think it's bad until the next one. Then you're like, wait, maybe this one is worse than the last one. But he is on another level, y'all. And I get overstimulated so fast. Oh my gosh, and I feel like it even gets worse during my pregnancy. Like my patience is gone. Oh Lord, it's just a lot. It's a lot. As you guys just saw in the clips that I was at Target, I went to my 38-week doctor's appointment. So right now I am 38 weeks. I don't know, I just feel like I'm not ready. I'm definitely not prepared this time around. It's just totally different. And so I'm trying to keep her in as long as possible. But on top of that, I literally physically can't walk. So I can't even believe this was a feat for me, y'all. Like, I have been on bed rest. I have been doing absolutely nothing at home as much as possible unless necessary for my kids. Mainly because of the pain, but also because she's so low and I don't want to stir anything up too soon. I'd rather her just, you know, come later if she wants to. I don't even care if I go over 40 weeks as long as, you know, she's ready to come, but give me a little bit more time to, you know, set up and prepare and have a few more things, because I definitely didn't do all of that like I usually do. Walking through Target, y'all, was wow. I mean, I don't think I got to like the first or second aisle from being in the store, and I was hanging on to the cart because it was so painful. But I knew I came here for specific things. Of course, then you get, you know, I haven't been to Target in a while, especially not by myself. And so I wanted to look at everything, and I found some really cute things, and then you're like sitting there like contemplating, you know how that goes. So then I'd like put a couple things back, and then I'd get more things in my cart. One of the main things, I did go in there to get like the Freedom Mom mesh underwear that I like for postpartum delivery. I got some passies for baby girl. I want to try to get a couple different brands and types just to see which one she likes the best. So the Itsy Ritzy one, they had it in stock, and so I grabbed that one for her. These have been my absolute go-tos. You guys saw the clips in earlier, but y'all, these pretzels, like the best. So I've got my pretzels, I've got my Ben & Jerry's ice cream, my white cheddar mac and cheese, and my Red Baron brick oven pepperoni pizza. It has to be brick oven. It cannot be something else. Of course, none of these things are like healthy for you. But there's a few other things that I really crave and love, but these are like the top ones that I have to have and that I crave consistently. So I pretty much got like 2 of each of everything or more. I also grabbed some little sunflower hair clippies for Jade, because we always need to put her hair out of her face, but she doesn't like it all the way up in a ponytail most of the time. So I figured these would be cute, and she's really into all the girly stuff, you know, like hair stuff, hair clips and nails and makeup and jewelry and all of the things. So she'll love these. I was also looking for a couple hair clips for myself for labor, delivery, postpartum, breastfeeding at home, all of that. Just because sometimes I don't like to put hair ties in my hair either. I want to be able to just like throw a clip in it real quick, like a half up out of my face, and then be able to take it out later and not have like a big old crease in your hair. I couldn't really find anything that I really liked. I have something in my Amazon cart that I'll probably end up ordering anyways, because the price I was going to pay here, I could pay on Amazon and get 4 that I actually love instead of 1 that I don't care too much about here. It is getting down to the wire, y'all. It is crunch time. Trying to get things together, my lists and all of that. To be honest, I'm just not mentally there. I just am not. I can't focus. I don't know. This time has been completely different.
Take that stuff out.
Pretzels.
Yeah, I got the pretzels. You want some right now?
No.
I opened them already because Mommy was getting them in the car.
Yeah. This one.
Okay.
got you, sissy? Got you some hair clippies so we can do your hair.
Yeah. Where did
Look what
you
I got
buy
for baby
these?
sister. I got her some passies.
2 passies?
Yeah, for baby sister.
Yeah. That one is for me. That one is for baby. Mama, hold on.
Okay.
These binkies are so cute. Look, there's one binky for me, one binky for me.
Oh yeah?
This white one is for my baby, and this binky is for my baby. 2 binkies are for my baby.
Okay. You want to put the clippies in your hair?
Yeah.
No?
Do we have tail on there? That's these ones. We have some on the tail on there.
It's chocolate.
That's not a big that I make it.
Okay, sit down. Okay. All right, baby. Which one do you want to do?
Pink.
This pink one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can do one, and 2.
Okay.
The black one and the pink one.
Okay, let me get the scissors.
Okay. Hey, Bobby, I got some hair clips.
Okay.
Bobby, do you want
see.
some?
Boo-boos.
But Mom, I think Bobby
Okay, hold on.
wants yellow.
You got a truck. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Put this hair back here.
Oh, yeah. Bobby,
No, it's okay. It's all right.
They're gonna make the cake.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's my cribs. Do you want some in your hair? Okay. Bobby said,
Hold on.
no,
Okay,
I
what
don't
other
want
color? Which other one do you want to do?
red. I can't wait you got these hip clips.
More clips for you.
Uh-huh. I can put them everywhere on my hair.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think Bobby wants a red one or something.
Look at how pretty. So pretty.
Uh-huh.
You like them? Bubby, you want one in your hair?
I think he wants yellow.
What happened to the brown one? Okay, baboos.
Mom, I
I'm
want
gonna do
the
your
yellow one.
Dude,
And this
look at how cute Baboos is.
Mom, I want the
Did you boo-boo? All right, y'all. 39 weeks. We've made it to 39 weeks. Exactly today. I'm not getting my cervix checked or anything, but so far baby's growing good. We had a little growth spurt in our weight gain. But other than that, still going. Like this thing here. Look at the baby. We'll see how far we go. I was gonna close this vlog out and edit it, and then I realized that I never actually finished my car chat that I started the other day. I say the other day, it was like weeks ago. Just talking about how different, it's been around this time around, and so I figured I need to go ahead and finish that chat with you guys. I kind of wrote down a list just to refresh my brain of everything that has been different. Not necessarily different. I had them in other pregnancies, but they have intensified or been more intense this time around, to the point of literally having to change my life and my lifestyle because of this. And I'm so congested right now. I'm sorry if I sound nasally. I don't know why. Sometimes I feel like I can breathe out of my nose and sometimes I can't. A lot of that can do with just pregnancy in general, can cause that. One of them is not being able to lift my legs. If you've been around, even not just this pregnancy, but majority of my pregnancies, I deal with what they call lightning crotch. And it's a mixture of that with the hormone that our body produces called relaxin. It makes every single ligament and muscle and joint in your body relaxed. Now, It's not supposed to do that until right before, like, the end of the 3rd trimester, when you're getting ready for labor and delivery, just to make everything be flexible, to get the baby out, to expand, all those things. But a lot of times, especially us mamas that have multiple children, multiple pregnancies, each time it can actually start earlier and earlier. And that's actually been the case for me with every single one of my pregnancies. It has started earlier and earlier, and this being the 5th, it pretty much started at the beginning of my 2nd trimester. So for my 2nd and now into my 3rd, I have had this issue, on top of the lightning crotch being like sharp pains down in your pubic bone, into your pelvis, into like your groin, hip joints, and things like that. Kids are out there, they're being crazy. They're not being crazy, they're just playing, having fun. But all of that to say that it makes it very, very hard for me to put any weight on one single leg at a time, which if you walk, you have to put all your weight on one leg and then on the other leg to take a step, if you know what I mean. If you break down walking. And so walking is very hard for me. And it started, again, like I said, in the 2nd trimester, especially going further mid to end of 2nd trimester was really, really bad. So the majority of my 3rd trimester, I have been on partial bed rest because I physically cannot move my body and I cannot put any pressure. So gravity is not my friend. When I go to sit up in the bed and it feels like everything just compresses, is super painful. And then trying to stand up and then trying to take that first step and then trying to keep taking the steps, y'all, it has been crazy. And I remember this from my previous pregnancies, but this time around it has been the most intense and the hardest thing, and it messes with my mental health as well, because when you cannot physically make yourself do things that you would normally do in your everyday life, like get up, walk from the bed to the bathroom, to sit down, to go pee, get up, walk from your room to another room, to do the dishes, to stand up long enough to cook a meal for your family. I cannot do these things. And when I force myself to do them, because I'm a mom with multiple children, I have to be able to take care of my home, my kids, I have to eat myself, I have to go to the bathroom. It's very discouraging. The next point to this is my mental health. I had really, really, really bad, the worst postpartum depression and anxiety I've ever had right before I found out I was pregnant. Going into pregnancy, I do believe that the rush of hormones, being pregnant, helped me get through that a lot quicker, along with the medications and things that I'd already started on. And then throughout my pregnancy, I've not been on any kind of medications for that, for my mental health. But I have had the conversation with my OB already when I started my 3rd trimester about talking about the options and maybe even having a regimen or something to start with. And I'm glad that I did. I haven't started anything yet, but I definitely want to, because I don't know if it is like the chemical side of it, the depression and anxiety seeping in, or if it's because of me physically not being able to do the things that I have been able to do normally. Just my lifestyle, how it's been so far, my stresses as a mom, and it's inevitable that this baby's gonna be earthside soon, which means that, you know, up every 2 hours feeding, also having to take care of a 2-year-old that is very clingy. He has separation anxiety. He doesn't know anything other than to sleep with me because we've always co-slept. I haven't had time or the consistency to be able to train him to sleep in another room, to sleep in another bed. So I'm now bringing a newborn in with my co-sleeping toddler, which I don't necessarily feel like, oh, I don't want him in here. I just don't know yet how that's going to look and what is that going to be like. And with the time frame, you know, getting smaller and smaller, I don't have very many options or time to train him and stick with that. And not only that, but physically for me to be able to do that, to keep getting up at night, to like go back and forth. So I think all of that has caused some havoc on my mental health. And I've noticed that I've had more
depression feelings seeping in. The end of this 3rd trimester, I've had more bouts of crying out of nowhere and over little tiny things. I've noticed I'm very, very overstimulated, more than usual, especially with my children. Any little noise, if I'm already on edge, like that just throws me over the edge. And I've had to apologize to my children multiple times and explain to them, you know, it's not, I wasn't upset with what they did or how, whatever was going on. It's just like, mommy was already dealing with this. It had nothing to do with you. This happened. It caused me to feel this way. What I should have done was XYZ. I didn't. I apologize. Will you forgive me? Which I definitely think is great. It's a teaching moment for my children, but at the same time, it makes me feel worse as a mom, which then that adds to the list of the things that causes me to feel depressed. So number 1 is I'm definitely going to be very proactive this time around at keeping track of my mental health and how I'm feeling, and making sure that if I truly feel like, or if my doctor feels like I need to, we need to get on something. But I am really excited because this time around I am doing my placenta encapsulation. I'm going to get my placenta put and ground up into pill form so that I can ingest it myself and take it. I'm also getting a tincture, which is like almost like if you've ever done like CBD oils that you put under your tongue for instant, like if you're feeling like you're having a panic attack, anxiety moment, depression, something, you can put that under your tongue and it's supposed to hit you a lot sooner than if you were to take a pill for a long time. So I'm excited to have that this time around and see how it works. I've heard great reviews. Obviously there's not as much research on this to like for me to even, you know, say to you, oh, it's the cure-all, like it's the best thing ever. I mean, majority of the stuff that I've heard has been positive. So to me, it's like, it's either going to work or it's not going to do anything. You know, it's going to help with my recovery from labor and delivery. If I have stitches, all of that, it's going to help with my moods. It's going to help with my energy, all of that. But of course, the biggest part of that for me is my mental health and not going through bouts of postpartum depression and postpartum anxiety. And then also being able to have that tincture that is so cool because it lasts a long, long time. So once your pills are done, you still have that left over for whenever you absolutely need it. And so I'm really, really excited about that. And I will definitely keep y'all updated on all that. I'm using a local company here in Houston, Texas. So if you are in Houston, I will definitely leave the info to the person that I'm using and the place I'm using. I know they have them everywhere, and they even have some that like ship, you know, internationally and worldwide and statewide and all of that. So you don't have to do it locally if you don't want to. You just kind of do your own research. Y'all, the cramps that I've been getting, and I don't mean cramps like period cramps in my uterus, or I'm talking about like foot cramps, knee cramps, leg cramps. I have been cramping so much. I can barely like change my position of my legs in the bed, and I get a full-blown cramp to where my foot looks like The Exorcist. Like it's all contorted and I cannot physically get it to stop. Thankfully, the 8 Sheep Organics Sleepy Body Lotion, I swear by this stuff, y'all. Like I've rubbed it on immediately and within like a minute, it's definitely has helped. But even with that, it's like so annoying how much this is happening and how bad it's gotten. Ugh, I don't even know. This whole vlog has been like, really, that's why I called it my 3rd trimester vlog, because it's been a lot of different weeks that I've been at in this pregnancy. And right this second, y'all, I am over 40 weeks pregnant. I didn't know if I would make it 40 weeks. My first 3 babies came at 37 and 38 weeks pregnant. My 4th baby made it to 40 weeks and 1 day. And this being my 5th, with her literally sitting on my cervix for a majority of the pregnancy, head down, how low she's been, the pain that I've been going through, the sharp pains. My mucus plug came out at week 36. Let's see what else. I was dilated 2 centimeters at 36 weeks, which is not really an indicator of anything because you can, I mean, shoot, I was dilated at 2 centimeters, 36 weeks. I'm 40 weeks and like 3 days right now. So now they do say once you hit 4 to 6 centimeters, that's considered active labor, and again, especially the more babies you have, the quicker that can progress and the faster your babies can come, which is definitely true. But I haven't been getting checked after that first checkup. Every time I go to the doctor, I don't have her check my cervix or softening or anything. So that I definitely think that's helped me go this long, and I'm super grateful for it. Other than all the pain and all that other part, I do want to, you know, just soak in all the moments before this pregnancy is over and feeling her inside of me, but also just to make sure that it's her timing, it's God's timing, it's when she's meant to be here. I don't want to force something to happen that doesn't need to happen. You know, I want it to flow and I want it to be right. But it is crazy that majority of the time, the more kids you have, the quicker they come, the earlier they come, and mine have gone like the opposite. Like Benjamin Button. It's like my first 3 were super early, and then as I've gotten pregnant more and more times and gone through more and more labor and deliveries, it's like my kids get like further and later and later because she's already surpassed her brother at 40 weeks and 1 day. We are at 40 weeks and 3 days, and it's the end of the day. So unless she comes today, we're going to be at 40 weeks and 4 days. But again, I have no problem with that. I'm in no hurry. I'm ready for her to come whenever she's ready. I'm uncomfortable in the fact that I'm in pain when I walk and do stuff. But when it comes to like my tummy and my belly, my stomach looks really big, but it doesn't feel that way to me. Like my belly, that part is not the problem for me. It doesn't bother me. I'm not uncomfortable like, ugh, get this baby out of me. It's just walking and being able to do my daily tasks as a mom and a wife and just a homemaker and just really anything that I want to do is painful. But it's not painful in my stomach, it's painful in my spine and my pelvis, or I guess my hip and my joints. And a lot of that too goes with, I have a lot of injuries from showing horses and riding horses and breaking horses from my whole life. And I have arthritis, and I have bulging discs, and I have scoliosis. I was born with scoliosis. So you mix all that with pregnancy and multiple pregnancies, epidurals, like all of those things, you're gonna have issues. I've known this throughout my pregnancies. I just did not expect it to be this bad. I have never, ever, ever experienced this level of pain and literal physical, I cannot help and I cannot make myself walk or do certain things. And if I do push myself to the point where I literally feel like my back is gonna break in half from my pelvis to my spine. Like I cannot. I know this sounds horrible, and probably people that are like, oh my gosh, you're telling these like scary stories. I'm not trying to scare anybody away from pregnancy. I still think it's an amazing thing. I still love it. Minus that part, I still love it. And I would do it 100 times over. But I just don't know why it's been so different this time around, y'all. Like, who knows why? I still don't take it back for anything. And I have plenty of great memories and times. I definitely, I think just because of that, and there's a lot of different factors to this, but I haven't been as like active in filming things, even though I've had lists of things that I want to film, which I still am going to do, even if I'm already have baby here eventually. But I used to be like so on top of like taking weekly and monthly bump pics and, oh, I want to do this and I want to do that and I want to do this. And I still wanted to do all those things, but it's like weird where my headspace has been. The only thing I have to say though is partially I'm kind of grateful for that, because I've been more present within myself and this baby, instead of, and I don't mean this like, oh, I was only doing those pictures for social media and for other things, because I did it because I wanted to do those things, because I wanted to have those types of pictures and I was inspired by that and I wanted to have those memories. Of course, I love to share them, not only with you guys, but like my family members and my friends. But, and maybe it's because I have so many kids, I've already done like all the things already that I just, it's been nice to only think about and like deal with me and her and just the way that I feel. And I've gotten a few pictures here and there and more candid stuff and more in the moment, not really like planned out Now don't get me wrong, I need to like get on it because there are a few pics that I would like to get, just me and my hubby, which I can do of myself here. I don't need to have them done like professionally or anything, that I haven't done yet. And I feel like, you know, we're getting down to the wire. Like she could come tonight and then I would be like, dang it, I should have done that picture that I really wanted. But again, I'm not like gonna beat myself up for it if I don't get it. I still have these very intimate memories and feelings and documentations that I haven't shared on social media, that I've kept just for me and myself and my kids and my husband, for later on memories to look back on, and for this baby girl to look back on. In that regard, I'm kind of grateful for that. And I do think that that was, it's almost like a God thing, because God has known that how much I love to be pregnant. If you know me, you know I say this, I've said this so many times. Again, you can minus out the pain. Yes, I don't disregard that I go through pains and aches and things that are not so fun, but that doesn't take away from the fact that I still enjoy pregnancy. And so when you know like this is it, there is no more, this is the end of the line, you're always like, oh, I gotta hang on to all these little things. And God knows that about me, and I think that's why this time has been so different. And I think in a way almost he has forced me to be almost bedridden, almost slowed down, so that I can be more present with just me, my body, and my baby, and take it in that way, instead of trying to like do all the things, thinking, oh, I gotta have these memories to look back on, when I'm living it right now. Why would I need a picture of it? I could just be more present and have that in my brain, if that makes sense. I don't know. That's pretty much it, y'all. Like, I have a few other things. I'm gonna try to keep a little update vlog, since I just told you guys I am 40 weeks, so I'll do a little like 40-week vlog probably after this one, and share my early labor signs that I've gone through, but also just informative for you mamas out there, if you're first-time moms and pregnant mamas and, you know, aren't really sure, like, how do you know when labor's starting? What do you need to do? When should you leave for the hospital if that's what you're doing? I'm definitely going to share that, what to expect kind of thing, but also kind of roll it into my own vlog. We will see how far we make it with this baby girl. If she's going to go 41 weeks, which would be crazy, but maybe not so crazy. I finally took a shower, got to wash my hair. I put tanner on, so I feel that always makes me feel good. I put a little bit of makeup on. I'm in comfy clothes. This is my bump here. All this stuff back here is like all for her. Well, not all of it, some of it's mine, but you know, stuff, trying to get prepared. I got baby girl here, just hanging out. Wish me luck. Send your prayers my way for safe delivery, that I get to the hospital on time. I don't have a baby in the car or something. Whew. And thank you guys for being on this journey with me, and all you mamas out there that are on this journey with me, like almost identical, like you're pregnant in your 3rd trimester or your 2nd trimester and all the things. I'm with you, mama. We're getting ready. We're all getting down to the wire, gonna have our baby soon, and it's so exciting. So love you guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. I would love to have you here. And my soultribemama fam that's been around forever, mwah, I love y'all. I will see y'all on my next one. Bye.